Yo, what's good, boys? Out here right now, it's like 75 degrees in the middle of winter, bro. I gotta sit out here, enjoy it, make a video for y'all. One of y'all boys asked me a question on hesitation and how I've kind of, I guess you would say, solve it. I don't think hesitation really ever leaves. Like, you do mess up every now and then. Hesitate a little bit on some setups. But overall, bro, from my experience, switching from a lower frequency model, transitioning from that now to a higher frequency model, dude, I was trading a continuation model, a low frequency model that I maybe took, one or two trades a week, 1 or 2 trades a week. I traded that model for pretty much almost a year. And I was still hesitating on setups a year later. Up until I quit trading that model, I was hesitating on setups. And what I'm realizing now trading this low or higher frequency model is it's not like I'm trading, 3 times a day. You definitely can, but I think less is more. And for me, low frequency is just, it's hard, bro. It's really hard. Some people it makes it easier. It's really based on what you are like, right? What type of person you are. And that's why trading, you can't, it's very, very hard for you to see someone else's model that's profitable, learn how to trade it exactly, and then trade it profitably, right? Trading exactly how that mentor or how that person traded it. You got to find your own way. You got to find your own way. I'm not saying to not, listen to other people, to not, trade like someone else's model, because that's great, right? But you need to kind of find your way through it and kind of just, I guess you would say, like, create your own version of it, right? And take out things that you like, take out things that you don't like. Because, again, we all have a personality. And, that person that's very profitable with that strat, right? They made that model, right? Or they critique someone else's model to fit them, right? So that's the biggest thing, bro. Find something that truly fits you. For me personally, after trading it for a year, I can't stand low frequency model. And what really showed me that, right, in transitioning, or really showed me the pros and cons of that in transitioning to this higher frequency model, is that I don't hesitate. I literally don't hesitate, because pretty much every single day, I'm expecting a pretty solid setup with my model, right? It pretty much presents itself every single day, unless if it's like very, very accumulating and very, very choppy. Those are different, right? When it comes to like even seeking to short conditions, if we're taking buy side, running lower, sell side, buy side, like ping pong, I can take those trades and I can win, right? Those are still high quality setups. But if it's really, really choppy, those are some days where I don't take any trades. Today, for example, bro, it was a little bit choppy on the high time frame, and the first time in I think like 2 weeks since I've learned this model. Yeah, I think it's like probably the second trade in the past 2 weeks, second day in the past 2 weeks that I haven't taken any trades, that I didn't take a trade. So yeah, but that's kind of off track. What I've learned is that me switching to high frequency model, expecting a decent setup every single day, is I don't hesitate. When I see a good setup, I take it, because I'm like, okay, this is the one setup. Within this little time period that I'm trading, this is the setup right here. This is the one I'm confident in, right? And I take it, right? Because I'm already going into the day kind of expecting, a decent setup, a good setup. And if I go into the day and, it's low probability and I don't see anything, I don't take anything, bro. I don't take anything. But it doesn't happen too often. Like I said, the past 2 weeks, I've only had like 2 days where I don't take a trade. Every single other day I've taken trades, right? And most of them, other than like 1 or 2 of them, have been good, right? Which is pretty good since I've just started trading this model. But yeah, guys, like, there is really no big fix to hesitation. It's all in just fixing things within your model. That's based off of my own experience, because now, again, I don't really hesitate. If I see a good setup that I'm confident in, I'm gonna take it, right? I'm gonna take it. I don't really hesitate much anymore. Once I see it, I take it. But it may be different for some people, right? Some people enjoy low frequency models and they feel like taking 1 or 2 setups a week is perfect for them. But when I used to trade low frequency models, I would hesitate to take trades because I'm like, is this the one, or is this the one A plus setup this week? Is this like the one out of like the 2 or 3 setups I can get this week? Is this really it? And I wouldn't take it and it would play out, right? I would just like overthink it so much because I have this mindset of my model A plus is so rare. It only shows up literally once or twice a week. I'm pushing it saying 3 times a week. It's like once or twice a week. So like going into the mindset every single day is like, I need this thing to be absolutely perfect for me to take it. And that's what kind of led me to that, mindset. So like now, again, I have a higher frequency model. My A plus setup is really just based off of discretion and market experience, and displacement and stuff like that. As long as I have a few, I don't really have much criteria for my trading, to be honest. Like I like to see manipulation, but I don't need manipulation, right? So like again, my model's like very, very discretional, same as my other one, but it's just higher frequency, and that's just allowed me to hesitate less. Finding that match, bro. So if some of y'all, y'all been trading a model for maybe 6 months, 5 months, whatever it may be, you've been trading this model, bro, and you have profitable backtesting stats, because I had profitable backtesting stats with my older model. If you have profitable backtesting stats, right, and the model is truly made for you, you should be banking, right? You should, yes, the first month or so may be a little hard in live markets, right? That's understood, because backtesting is different than live, right? It is a little different. So yeah, don't expect like immediate results. But if you've been trading the model for like 4 or 5 months, you have profitable backtesting stats, and you're still hesitating, it may be an issue with your model and how it's not made for you. Maybe you need to change a few things. I don't know if you're copying someone else's model really. You need to kind of like address things and critique things to make it your own, to match your own personality, or I don't know, if you created your own model and there's needs to be a little more critiquing. That's all up to you, but in your own experience. But for me, guys, like I'm just coming on here giving y'all my experience, because for the past 2 weeks, bro, like there hasn't been a major shift in my psychology. Like psychology's always been the same for me. Like I've never really had bad psychology in trading. It's just been a simple switch in my technicals and trading a different strategy and a different approach, and trying to create something like that truly like molds with me and my personality, since I just hated low frequency, and waiting for the most perfect conditions and needing to see this, needing to see that, and just like basing it really like a lot of it off of discretion now. That has helped me get rid of hesitation, and hopefully forever, right? Lord willing, hopefully forever. But for the past 2 weeks, it's just like, ever since I switched to this model, haven't hesitated at all, and even like the first few days of me trading this model, bro, I didn't hesitate. I was backtesting like crazy, and improving my stats and stuff like that. But when you still switch a model, like you should be pretty new to it to where you hesitate. And I wasn't hesitating at all, bro. I took good trades, right? So that's just my 2 cents, guys, on hesitation, and kind of like what I've learned from my experience on how I've gotten rid of it. Find a model that fits you, right? That fits you. If you're trading your own model right now, it's not working, you've been trading for months and months and months, switch some things up. Really ask yourself as a trader, like, what type of trading, like what would be the most optimal trading? Like what is perfect for me? In and out positions, very quick, right? Very scalpy positions, long, very, very long positions where you're in it for, maybe 30 minutes, an hour, you're waiting for huge moves, right? Do you like the quick in and out moves? Do you like trading every single day? How much do you like to trade every single day? This and that, bro. Like, just keep it very, very simple, but just ask yourself, like, who as a person, what type of person are you, and how can you correlate that to a model and go from there? And I think that a lot of that will help y'all out as traders and hesitating less. So I appreciate y'all boys for watching this video. If y'all want to support me and continue to support these videos, support my trading, and my journey to becoming profitable and a successful day trader, make sure you use my code Bryson at checkout for Tradeify. I think it's 40% off right now, all accounts, as well as Alpha Futures, which is 10% off. So I'll see y'all boys. Much love. Peace out.